Superman's coming up there with his hand, and he's sticking up that dude's ass. I thought we'd do a video on a comic book that I think is the best comic book I've read in probably over a decade, and that, of course, is Death of Power. I thought I would start the indie week. I'm doing an indie comic book week, and this is a great start of the week. The death of Superman in a completely different way than what we all read in the 90s to help save DC Comics. Well, I don't think it helped DC Comics, but I think this is definitely helping indie comics. Let's just take a look at this. First thing I want to say about this comic is, man, this is a beautiful looking comic, and also it has this very like stock feel to it. I absolutely love this. It's magazine size. It's not your typical size of comic, but this is just a rad looking comic. I ended up getting this. I would say probably a year or two after it came out. I've all the way up to issue 3. That's all that's been put out to this point. But I think sometime in April, the creator is doing a Kickstarter for number 4. So if you can get your hands on it, or if you've never heard of this before, you should definitely check it out. I have no connection with the creator. I don't know him at all, but I think his comic is absolutely sweet looking. So let's just take a look at it. And man, we are starting out with some awesome, awesome color. Really amazing color. Try to get some natural light in here. Don't know how much natural light that's going to get me, but man, I love that solid color. I'm an absolute sucker for solid colors in the background. Some people love it when they have a ton of perspective, but I just like this very simple, uh, just very simple look. It's made by Kurt Burdick. Awesome, awesome artist. I mean, you know me, if you've watched this channel at all, I am a sucker for anatomy and figure drawing, and this book looks better than probably most things that are coming out in the mainstream right now. Um, just take a look at that. Beautiful. And I love the color. The pink, like the neon light colors, very, very cool. It's awesome when you can see somebody who understands everything that needs to be put into a comic book. Great lettering, great art, great color. Beautiful, beautiful book. I would advise it to anybody. The only thing is that sometimes I worry that I'm going to skip pages, so I'm going to try to do this the best I possibly. I mean, this is an absurd comic, like every typical indie comic. Most indie comics are absurd, but man, what an awesome looking comic! I love that face, by the way, and the movement, the speed lines, so cool. The figure work is unbelievable. This is man, oh, just beautiful comic. And also, man, those letters in the back. Mwah. Beautiful, beautiful. Even this, I mean, like I think it's rubble that's coming out. Very cool. And then, obviously, Superman's coming up there with his hand, and he's sticking up that dude's ass, for sure. And I think he's pulling on his colon or his prostate. Because his balls are there, and his penis is still intact, and there's something hanging down there, and that's not looking very good. Probably very painful. You would think Superman would just be able to pull out everything, but yeah. Look at that. Just brushing that dude's head. Superman looks gnarly too. I mean, Superman, you know, when he can look, I mean, when you get an artist like this, he can look super rad. And I just love it. There's not much going on in the background. You don't need to be the perspective king to do this. Beautiful design. Absolutely love it. Of this large penis. I'm just kidding. Anyways, man, even the lasers coming out of the eyes, so cool. So cool. Man. I mean, this is as absurd as it gets as a comic. And then he smashes my man's head. Doomsday is not intact anymore. He is done. I love these large pieces too, and the lettering is so cool. What a beautiful comic. I wish all comics, but before he dies, I wish all comics looked like this, by the way. I'm finishing. Sometimes I don't finish my sentence, so I'm trying to desperately. But before he can walk away, dude is fucked. And we get this huge splash page. And then, oh, wait, we got one more page. Look at that. I love the color choices. Man. Super cool. Love it. Absolutely adore this comic. But let's get on to issue 2. I'm so happy that this is ongoing. I really do. And the covers are amazing. They really are great. I love his color choice. I love the lettering. I love the old school, like, date and number. Not for kids, if you didn't know already. Then we got our boy Lex trying to do something with Superman. I guess take his heart. Maybe so he'll never come back. And then, of course, we can't have a comic like this without sexual innuendos, and then it really happening. And then I think he's sending Superman's body up to space so he can really never come back, because he don't want him to come back. And then, yep, indie comic absurdity, dressed up like Robin. Interesting choice. I guess Batman wasn't good enough. More absurdity ensues. And I just love this comic. It just looks so cool. It's such a cool looking comic. So much time and effort, and it being printed on that cardstock paper. It's just, yeah, everything just really vibrant. The color's vibrant. The drawing's vibrant. I love the choice of color here. Very cool. And these huge splash pages. I wish every comic just looked this rad. I mean, I always think about like what can save comics. Sorry, coughing. I've always think about like what could save comics. This could save comics. However, it would be nicer if it was at a lower price than $10 an issue. But I understand that indie game, you got to make that money. So printing a book like this is probably, I couldn't even imagine. Oh, by the way, it's the first printing. Very nice. I don't know what my other one is. I think it's a second printing, but yeah, I understand indie comics are expensive prints, but yeah. And then this is the newest one. I haven't even looked at this one. I think I looked at it when I got it one time. So maybe I'm experiencing this for the second time with you guys, but I don't remember a lot of it. So awesome cover as usual. You know, if you look up this creator, you can see previews of number 4. Number 4 looks just as cool, just as insane. So, yeah. That lettering. I mean, it just looks so good. Love that movement, that changing. Those speed lines. You guys really good at showing like rubble and showing like movement and speed and action. Yeah. It's like, I imagine a comic book artist tries to figure out how they can show the stuff in comics on paper. And then when they manage to do it, it's unbelievable. Like showing stuff like that, like all these extra like glowing add-ons and stuff like that, effects. Love that building. The amount, I mean, just like detail in the building of, you know, it falling apart, the rubble. Very cool. And then you get this awesome, just really cool page here. This guy must have some kind of background in like graphic design or something, because his ability to get just awesome stuff on the page I just, man, I'm speechless. The Aquaman looks like he's fucking a dolphin in the head. Very cool to ride him. Very absurd. And then, of course, we have our boy Batman getting blown by Commissioner Gordon. It's like, it's like what Alan Moore probably looks at this and is like, oh, I probably should go to that. You know, like Alan Moore would probably go nuts if he saw this. He would love it. Trying not to destroy my comic with my light if possible. That would be really awesome if I didn't do that. Man, just, I mean, even like people sitting around looks great. What an awesome artist. I don't know what this guy's background is. I don't know if he's worked in, I don't think, I don't, I, maybe he works in comics beyond indie comics. Maybe he's worked in, maybe for like a company like IDW or something. I don't know. But I'd never heard his name before this. And then Wonder Woman comes in. And then we have that awesome piece in the back. And I'll actually show you he gave me a print. Well, I bought the print. But show you kind of like some extras that came with it. Also, which is very cool, I could actually put this up in a frame if I want. Sorry, hold on. I should have gotten this ready beforehand. Very stupid. He has like these. I don't know if these were pages that didn't make it. It's kind of like a black and white thing. Might have been like screw up pages, but man, I could hang this if I want to. And I thought that this was so cool when I looked at it. So very, very cool. And then, or if you want to, you could also put Aquaman fucking a dolphin in the forehead, or on, excuse me, not in the forehead, on top of in his brain, if you want to. Oh, and I didn't even realize the dolphin is that his penis going through? Okay, well, the more you know. Anyways, and then we have another thing like this. But what was really cool was, if you've ever wanted a picture of Batman taking a shit, there you go. So that came with the comic. Very cool. This I would put somewhere, but I imagine my girlfriend would probably tell me to take it down. So don't quite know where the home for this is, but at some point I will find a home. But anyways, that was Death of Power. Super cool comic that gives you hope for comics. I don't have number 3 here, but I do have number 3. I just don't. I'm not putting it here because this looks nicer. But yeah, I mean, if you are worried about comics, if you're one of those people who kind of thinks comics are in a bad place, don't fret, because still got stuff like this coming out. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, we got more videos coming for Indie Comic Week.